Hi there everyone, it's Sensei Sarah here with Global Martial Arts University Shotokan program. I'm doing a little bit different lesson here than I normally do. Normally I show a technique or a kata or something that will help you to improve your techniques like balance drills and things like that. Today, based on a lot of questions I've been getting from students here at Global Martial Arts University, I wanted to talk a little bit about building fitness for karate with high intensity interval training. So a lot of people have heard of the term a HIIT or doing a HIIT workout, and what that stands for is high intensity interval training. They have a lot of benefits. They're very efficient, so they tend to be shorter, anywhere from the 4-minute up to 20 minutes. Excuse me, 20 minutes is kind of the max on that. They're very efficient. You get a lot of movement done in a short period of time. They tend to keep your metabolism burning hours after you do the workout. You could build a lot of cardio endurance with these. So just all around, they're a really good thing. On the other side, they are something that tends to wear you out pretty quickly, to wear your body out. There's a lot of work. You're going maximal effort the whole time. So you're expecting a moderate to a hard heart rate and things like that as you're doing them. So they're not something I recommend doing every day. In fact, if you're new to HIIT, I would say no more than 2 or 3 times per week, and definitely on the shorter end of that spectrum of time that you're going to put into your workout. But the beautiful thing with HIIT is that it's just basically putting a series of movements together in different ways, and with these movements we can incorporate some of our martial arts movements as well. So I'm going to talk about 3 different kinds of HIIT workouts. The first one is called a Tabata, and this is named after the person who invented this workout, Isumi Tabata. This one is a 4-minute workout total. So one round of this, and I'll go over what a round is, takes 4 minutes. So if you just want to do one of these, just quick and dirty, get it done. You could do as little as 4 minutes. You could string 2 or 3 of these together to get 8 to 12 minutes of work. But what they are is 20 seconds of work with 10 seconds of rest for 8 rounds, okay? So we do 8 rounds, 20 seconds of work for 10 seconds of rest. So a total of 8 rounds of 30 seconds. And when you're doing this 20 seconds of work, it's max effort. So you're working as hard as you possibly can. And the goal is that you get this 10 seconds of rest to recoup, and then the next 20 seconds you work just as hard as you did on the first 20 seconds. So like I said, the overall goal of Tabata is max effort for these short bursts of energy, because anyone can do something for 20 seconds, right? And then you get 10 seconds of rest built in. So how do I apply this to martial arts? So again, 8 rounds of 20 seconds of work, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. So usually you pick between 1 and 4 exercises for this. So let's keep it simple. We'll keep this down to 2 exercises. So let's say for my odd number rounds, I'm going to do max effort punches. So you could do chokazuki, you could do oizuki. Chokazuki, of course, is stationary, so just punch, 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 making sure the technique is good, but you're doing max effort. So, and then 10 seconds of rest. So this is 20 seconds, 10 seconds of rest. And then let's say these are your odd minutes. Let's say on your even minutes, you're gonna do 20 seconds of max effort agi-uke, or rising block, okay? So you can use very, very basic techniques, just doing them with a great deal of intensity, okay? So you would do 20 seconds max effort punches, 10 seconds of rest, 20 seconds max effort agi-uke, 10 seconds of rest. And so this is 1 round, 2 round, 3 round, 4 round, 5 round, 6 round, 7 round, 8 round, okay? So odd rounds, even rounds. So again, Tabata is very quick, very efficient, and you can put your martial arts moves in there pretty easily. You can, of course, also only focus on like one martial arts move and make the other something like push-ups or sit-ups or some other kind of movement like that. They don't all have to be martial arts movement, but it's really good for building fitness, and like I said, you can add martial arts movement in there. So another form of HIIT workout is called an Emot, which stands for every minute on the minute. So the way this workout works is every minute, at the start of every minute, you're gonna start a movement. And again, just like the Tabata, it can be one movement for so many rounds, or you can do multiple movements. So let's build one. So let's say for the first minute, I'm gonna do 10 push-ups. Okay, so let's say this Emot is gonna be, let's just make it a 5-minute Emot. That's short, but we can do that. Okay, so the first round, I'm gonna do 10 push-ups. The second one, I'm gonna do 10 sit-ups. Then I'm gonna do 20 chokazuki. Let's say 20 Maigeri Kage. And then let's say 20 jumping jacks, okay? All right, so this is every minute on the minute. So at the beginning of minute 1, I start my 10 push-ups. So the goal here with Emot, or one of the things that Emot does, is it helps you to push your max effort so that you built in rest time. So I have this 1 minute to get 10 push-ups. I can take 10 seconds to do 10 push-ups, or I could take the whole minute to do push-ups and then just move into the next minute and start my sit-ups. So the way that I work is, and it's a balancing act because you don't want to work so fast and so hard that you can't recover, but I work as fast and hard as I can so that I can have a longer rest period. So let's say it takes me 20 seconds to do my push-ups, then that means I have 40 seconds of rest before I go to my sit-ups. And then at minute 2, I start my sit-ups, and again, I give my max effort so that I have more built-in rest time, and so on and so forth. And you can do, like this one's only 5 minutes, but let's say you want to do a 10-minute one. Then I would just do 2 times through 5 minutes. So at minute 1, minute 2, minute 3, minute 4, minute 5, and then at minute 6, I would start back at the top again. And so again, what's really good about Emots is they help you to learn to balance how hard you can work and then build in that recovery time. And then the third one, give me a rag, please. Thank you. I'll just have him edit that part out. All right. The third one is called an AMRAP, or as many rounds as possible. So for this one, you set a time domain and then you try to get as many rounds of your work in as possible in that time domain. So let's say I want to do a 10-minute AMRAP. So in this 10 minutes, I'm going to try to get as much of this work done as possible. So one round, let's say, is this one is where I like to build in my katas. So let's say hand shodan. Okay, so I do hand shodan, and then I'm gonna do, let's do some of the things I did on my Emot. 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, and then let's just say 20 chokazuki. Okay, so when I complete all of this work, that's one round, okay? And I want to do as many rounds of this as I can in 10 minutes. So the advantage of this one is that you want to have continuous movement. So you want to work to not take too many rest periods or breaks as possible because you're trying to get as many rounds of this done. And so for this one, I tend to move a little bit slower than I do on the Emot, but I move continuously. So like on the Emot, I'm trying to bust out all the reps so I can have a break. But on this one, there's no real break. The goal is no real break. So you move more through at a steady pace through the movements, okay? So this is just some of the ways that you can start incorporating building your fitness into your martial arts and your martial arts into building your fitness. Like I said, the advantage of HIIT is they're short and efficient. They keep your metabolism burning. They'll also build your cardio and your endurance. So for example, One way that I often use AMRAPs is if I'm working toward a test where I have to do several kata in a row, then I will just practice as many rounds as possible in so many minutes trying to get through each of my kata. Now I will say, if you're gonna add kata into your workouts, it needs to be a kata that you already know very well, because you don't want to be taking time to go, oh wait, what was that part, or I don't remember. So there needs to be automaticity to the kata. So this is a really good way to practice those kata that you already know really well and you want to get more reps in, but you also want to have a higher level of intensity on them. And like I said, just practice doing several kata in a row back to back to build that endurance to be able to do those kata. So yeah, so that's HIIT workout. I hope that you guys found that interesting. It was helpful. A lot of times, because they use so many acronyms, that can be a little bit overwhelming for people. They're like, what does all that mean? So I just wanted to break that down, show you how that can apply to your martial arts.